Earlier this year, I was viewing an eclipse when I got fascinated with taking good photographs of space, and I'm hoping to eventually create a website with desktop wallpapers that people can download of various space photographs that I have. I have a bunch of photographs of various eclipses, different moon phases in the sky, especially when the moon is near another planet like Jupiter or Venus. I got a lot of photographs of Jupiter and Venus itself at different phases in the sky, and one of my favorite times to take photographs, which I just did earlier right now, is during the twilight hours of the day. So right now I'm recording this in mid-August. That's around 9 or 10 o'clock at night, or in the morning at, which is where I'm recording this right now, around 5 a.m. And as I'm doing this, I realized that a lot of things come at a cost. So I know I won't have the luxury of spending time in the twilight during the winter because I'll be working during that time. In the winter, that comes at around 4 or 5 p.m. and in the morning it comes much later, around 9 or 10 in the morning. I can't remember the exact times, but I know here in Seattle, unless I have the luxury of moving somewhere else, I'll probably be working during those hours of the day. But today, yesterday, I was taking photographs of Jupiter setting during the twilight hours. I'm recording this on August 8th. And this morning I took some pictures of the last phases of the moon. This is August 8th, and we're around day 27 or 28 of the lunar calendar. And it made me realize that everything comes at a cost. It's hard for me to stay up during both twilight hours of the day, and when I do, I usually feel pretty lousy at work the next day. So I often have to choose one or the other, or to have my energy at work. I normally can't have all three, and it makes me realize I have to account for the cost. A lot of people when they do various things and they think they're getting something for free, I often hear people get excited, free food, but it's not very good for you. Then you gotta spend healthcare money, or you feel bad about it. And when I was going to college, people got all excited when there was free food somewhere, and I knew it wasn't free. Or they get excited that about something free they could take home, but it takes up space in their house, and then they gotta live with all that crap. I used to fall for that a lot. When I was going to college, professors would toss out stuff when they retire, and I would just take it all home. I used to. Part of the reason I did this was because I grew up during a time when we had hyperinflation in the United States, and well, not really hyperinflation, but gas prices went from $1 to $4 within the space of a few years. And I just felt I needed something. I didn't have stuff, and I just wanted to anything that I could eventually use to barter with would be good. This was around the time when I first started investing, and I just got carried away with the idea of hoarding stuff, even if it's old books or paper or something, or just anything that I could, I just carried away because I was watching movies about Weimar Germany where people would take paper money and burn it, so I got a little carried away. When I was around 18 years old, I got fascinated with a computer science problem called Ramsey theory, and I kind of mused about the idea of retiring early in life to work on it. And I remember thinking, I had a little background in my family. I had a grandfather who passed away when he was 63 years old, I think. And I remember thinking, if I only lived to be 63, I could potentially retire when I'm, I don't know, 50 or so. And then I could work on Ramsey Theory. And when I was 18, 50 didn't sound that far away. The problem is, I also loved my healthy lifestyle. I was starting to eat a little healthier when I was 18. I had stopped drinking soda. I had stopped consuming a lot of junk food, and I wanted to both eat healthy and die early around that time because I wanted the high quality of life that I got from eating healthy, but I wanted the short length so I could retire early. But then I realized that probably meant I would at some point have to intentionally end my life, which I didn't want to do. So I had this impossible triangle. I wanted the quality, the short length, and I wanted to die naturally. It didn't seem to be satisfiable. I ended up I had to give up one of them, and so I think for the most part I gave up the idea of having a short life. And then I I came up with another idea. I would eventually marry a girl from a cheap country so I could gain her citizenship and move there and retire and work on Ramsey Theory. And when I was 21 now, I met such a girl at a conference. Unfortunately, I eventually discovered that she wanted children, and I realized that if I had children, I wouldn't be able to retire and work on Ramsey. So this becomes a big mind game of which cost you want to choose, and it makes me realize that there aren't too many free lunches in life. Just like viewing the different space objects and then having energy the next day, you gotta choose one or the other. Thanks for watching.